Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm David. I am the busker guy. And I've moved over to another Airbnb, which is why my background is different. And I'm trying to keep my head in front of the open space on the closet. I should just close the closet door. Anyway, this is probably one of the more important videos because it's about the performance. One of the venues where I play is in front of a store. And the other day, the people in the store, three of them, asked if I could please tell another busker who does basically acid guitar riffs if he could play some tunes. I play exclusively tunes. I play Americana, I play 4 Bob Dylan tunes, I play some Stephen Foster things from the mid-1800s. I do some original stuff, which is basically variations on chord structure with a little melody kind of thing attached to it. I do some rock. I do some country. But the tunes are either memorable to people, they actually know the tunes, or the chord structure or something about it is something that, even though it might not be familiar to them, it's something they can somehow relate to. That is one of the biggest secrets to why I can make about 10 times what other buskers do. It's about elevating the professionalism. Now you're saying, well, I don't know that many tunes. Well, maybe it's time to learn. I started with my button accordion back 25 years ago when I was at a folk festival, and they were giving lessons, and I was so enamored with the instrument, I went out and bought one a couple days later. But I only knew a couple tunes. I knew This Old Man and an old Irish lullaby called Has Sorrow Thy Young Days Shaded. And you can bet I played the daylights out of those tunes. But I played near bus stops and BART stations. BART is Bay Area Rapid Transit. It's a rail system. And I figured, since I didn't know more than 2 or 3 tunes, enough people would go by, and for a short period of time, that they wouldn't know that I only knew a few tunes. Of course, as fast as possible, and when I was getting approval from people, I thought, I've got to add some more tunes. Now I'm up to about 70 tunes. So I've got 2 hours worth of music and then some. But the whole thing is entertainment. I have to do the hand thing here. It's not about you. It's about them. Get my hand in there. It's not about you. It's about them. If you want, you can do whatever you want, okay? But if you're going to make money doing this, as I am, and I'm supporting myself on this, then you have to do something that meets the audience. You've got to thrill people, make them feel good. And if it's not music, let's say it's balloon busking. You're creating balloon figures, or you are a statue, or you do a unicycle stunt thing, or juggling, or whatever it is you do. You've got to meet the audience. You've got to do something that will thrill them, that will make them feel really good. That's where the good tips come from. And unfortunately, at this store, they asked me if I would talk to the particular busker. I'm not sure which one it is, because there are 3 of them out there in this particular pitch that all do these acid riffs that are not tuneful. And so if what I consider the hosts, which are the people who work in the store in front of which I play, if they are having enough of a difficulty that they have to ask me to get the guy to, whoever he is, to play tunes, then it's a pretty serious matter. It reflects badly on everybody who busks. So what I'm saying is, do something, whether it's music or whatever your particular act is, do something that will thrill people, that will make them feel good, that will encourage them to tip you. Remember, if you've looked back on the previous video somewhere, I have a sign that says, "Your tips keep music alive." That's probably the best slogan I've ever come up with for this, because people immediately recognize that if they want to hear fun music from me, then tipping is something that would encourage me. And it does. Even on a bad day, even on a day when I don't feel it, I don't really want to go out, I might only play for a couple hours, I will still make at least $50 or $60. And that's because people get enjoyment out of what I'm doing. So again, it's not about me, it's about them. Unfortunately, and there's no other better way of saying it, beware of musical masturbation. Beware of doing something that just suits you as a performer, as a musician, if that's what you're doing, and doesn't suit the audience. I play Americana, I play some country, I play some rock, I play various stuff. But this is not actually my main musical interest. My musical interest is mainly avant-garde jazz / Bulgarian mashups. I'm into Eastern European folk music with a jazz overlay. But I know that if I play that, it only will reach a very limited audience. And I want to do something that will reach larger audiences. Again, if I could get my hand in there, there are two different things. There's your art and there's your commerce. Up to the other side. Art and commerce are usually mutually exclusive. If you're doing whatever it is you're doing, let's say you're a stand-up comic, you don't necessarily do stories that interest you, but you do stories that other people can relate to. Like, for instance, the stand-up comics that you might appear on Comedy Central. For me, they do very lame jokes, but they do jokes because they're based on like TV or on relationships or whatever. But these people are successful because they're doing things that meet the audience. They're doing things that turn the audience on. They're not necessarily doing things for themselves. And especially music, since most of you are music buskers, it's really, really important to do something where the audience gets a charge out of it. I mean, I think I've mentioned before, in fact, I know I have, that there are times when people have run up to me from across the parking lot at one of the stores where I perform, and they're very anxious to tip me, sometimes even before I've started playing, because they've heard me before. That's the kind of audience you want. You want an audience that is thrilled to see you, that really relates to what you're doing. Also, the whole idea, these 35 videos so far are about elevating the professionalism of busking. I do this as a full-time living, okay? Well, not full-time, I do it 3 hours a day, okay? But I'm able to make enough money on it that that's all I need to do. Well, let me tell you that the professionalism extends beyond just the performance, but also my sign that says your tips keep music alive. Also, I have a website, as you've seen up there somewhere, davidk.us. And if you go down there, you'll see my email address, my PayPal, which has Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Diners Club, and Venmo. And let's see, a musical excerpt, and a little bit of about me, and also a photo of me. And I have a QR code, which is on my sign, so people, all they got to do is scan the QR code, or just, take a photo, and that will launch the QR thing. And also on top of that, also get business cards. Business cards are cheap. You can get them at Staples if you want to have it the next day, okay? They even have templates. If you go to staples.com, they have templates where you can design a business card. Very easy to do. And not very expensive, $20, $25 if that. But it's important to maintain professionalism. You are not a homeless person. You are not a street bum. You are a professional performer. I've got to emphasize that because we're trying to elevate this whole idea of busking. We want to make sure that people are aware that you are a professional. Okay? So if there's anything that's to be gleaned from this, it's do something that meets the audience. Do something that makes the audience happy. And your tips will reflect it. Thank you very much for watching. And subscribe and like me and do all that stuff. Thank you very much for watching.